Greetings, gamers. This is Jared Leopold, part of Hard 30 Production, and we are getting ready for the championship game of the 2022 Slashfest. The only format is a call-off. We are at our champions of BrianB versus Waves. They have fought their way uh, to this point. They are the last ones standing. All right, let's take a look at the dice on here. Holy cats. Brian B has 0 nature dice starting off, but he does make up for it here. He's got the 2 ceremonial, which is incredibly important. And then we've got some kind of fun stuff. If he does pull a meteor, he can start with it. That kind of goes into one of his favorite plays in Real Ashes. Taking a look at Waves dice. Great spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are missing Charm. No Charm dice for Waves. I think that's probably less of a hit. But Nature dice aren't as important in a call-off because since both Phoenixborn have Slash. But he also has the all-important ceremonial magic die here. So then he can go ahead, his units back into his hand. That's kind of how some of these games come down to. If you don't have the books to back it up, you can go with 1 or 2 really good allies. They just keep snapping back to your hand with the go ahead and replaying over and over again. This is one of the parts that I would love to be able to see their hands to see what's going on. We got Creve Dog, who's actually the godmother of Koloff. And it's good to see her. This is her tournament that she's running. We've got a couple other spectators in here getting excited for the action. It is bath time here at the Leopold House, so you're going to be hearing, probably hear my little one every once in a while. Oh, something that did come up that I wanted to briefly mention. If I have any credentials about doing this, none, not at all. Just a fan of the game. Technically, I am a top 25 player for the ELO standings right now. For the very small community that we have, for the very small games that we've recorded. So there you go. Okay, looks like Waves is settling into his 5. BrianB is still burning some brain juice over there, trying to figure out what he wants to do. If you want to see any of the earlier games that I played, as well as the playoffs getting to this championship match, you can visit uh, Jared Leopold on YouTube to look at those games. And here we go. We're off. Let's see now. 5 and 6 basics. Pretty rough for both players. Starting off the Winged Lioness, fantastic book in a call-off. Just simply fantastic. Because you don't plan on seeing Ruby Cobra. Rolling the basic dice of 5 and 6 is a hit on both players, and just because if the more you have to med, the less bullets you have in your slash gun for Cole. Alright. Chose not to go with the Squall Stallion, which makes sense. He couldn't play it in the turn 1 anyway, because you need to have 2 sympathy for it. Sun Sister, that'd be a good one to get back since you've got the 2 Divine. Larity Range, there could be some fun alteration tricks there. Just summon the lioness. Absolutely. I think you probably hunt down that ruby cobra immediately. That's what I would guess. Chooses not to go the abundance, which makes sense. That would just help out both people in a coal-off. Night Song Cricket is interesting. 2-1 for 2, but it also brings you cards back to your hand, but both people to get it to be able to redo your slash. Biter is another great card. A 2, but even though it can't attack, it's a 3-2 on the defense. The books that Waves has pulled out have been fantastic so far. Some of the reasons that this stuff works out the way it does is that these cards are all randomized, and there's only one of each. The only guarantees is that each player has got 100 blades in their deck. Let's see if either one of them starts with it. Sound Cricket looking good. And if he does slash here, he most certainly would get the abundance back. Biter has a unit guard. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, how good is that? Right. Brian mulling the options here. Gets the Cobra down. No hesitation. Full swing into the Cobra by the Lioness. I don't see anything wrong with that play at all. You'd like to see a little bit more of the board, but anything that mills your deck off is bad news. And that fighter can just hang on defense. Tremendous defense. Just Biter's fantastic in this format. See what else we got going on. Also remember there's no chains in this format. So it is possible that Waves could have Sleeping Widow right here. Suppose you have to go through and resolve all of the cricket. Abundance goes back to Waves. Polarity Mage back into Brian's hand. I am shocked that that wasn't the Water Horse book. Wasn't the Squall Stallion. It has zero value for Brian besides slash material. All right, Fox Spirit. I've always wondered about Fox Spirit in this format uh, because being able to negotiate your dice, spinning them up, is a pretty important deal. It saves on your meditations. All right, there's our Celestial Knight. 2 books in a night. 6 dice spent. It's always fun to try and think about these different options because assumably he's meted everything that he needs to med up. Goes ahead, just puts the fox out there. As far as knights go, Celestial Knight, while impervious to the slashes, which is a big deal, it'll probably last all game. But as a with no other ability on it, not that exciting. It will throw its weight around. I'm not going to say it's bad, Betty, because it does last forever. If Brian has got some unexhaust tech in the deck, that's when you really start seeing get its value. And that's true for any knight, though. Flock Shepherd. All right, did not expect to see that guy. 4th book, Ruin Dweller. Oofta. Look at these books. Fox Spirit, you'd like to see that as something else, maybe, but that can also put a lot of good pressure on you. All right, what are we going to see here? Yep, started with the 100 blades. I have a hard time believing he's not going to use the slash there. Slash is the shared sorrow, so he's holding on to the polarity mage? I think I'd rather see that shared sorrow in hand to snap back 100 blades. Hmm. Oh, flute mage. Wow. I'll see if he can live to next turn. Is the that's the problem. Yeah, all right. I think you got to step in front of it here, don't you? I don't know. That's a tough call. Does you step in front? Fox Shepherd can't do anything. Flute Mage can't do anything. Let's kind of stare at each other. You both pass. You're way up on cards, but right now taking that 4 in round one means the game's not probably not going to last that long. But your ability to draw the game out with your superior book is going to be huge. Only got the 3 basics on Brian, so it's not a huge hit. Although, if he wants that Cobra, he's going to have to do at least one. Speaking of it, here comes the spin up in the Cobra. I think you're just going to have to kind of take this one, huh? Do you do Fox? Ah, it's going to be so useful because you can Fox into a frog if you need to. But we're going to see our second meditation up to Lionhead. Get ourselves a lioness. It's kind of, oof, gotta take care of that flock shepherd first, but he's got a go ahead, so even if it does die, he can spend a lot of resources trying to kill it. Let's flip it back into play for 3 dice. Yeah, it's an interesting call. I'm gonna guess next turn throws an abundance at it. I guess a shadow spirit, probably not worth it. It's the one butts and a call off in round two. End up just costing your opponent 1 card of their hand to slash it. And it's going to probably cost you 1 card out of your deck to meta. It's a book we didn't play with. Summon Dread Wraith. All right, that sounds reasonable. Can't play the dude anyway. Even if you did, I don't think you could play it in call off or any deck right now. All right, getting more spectators. That's cool. The more hype we make this tournament, the better it'll be. Like running it again, like maybe 6 months from now, do like a summer and a winter pull off, or even just a once a year. This is a really fun tournament. Holy relics! Maybe that's why he's trying to keep the polarity mage in hand this time. Well, he's gonna be able to go ahead it anyway. Yikes! All right. Well, what do you do now? Can't get rid of the Fox Shepherd with your double up lioness attack anymore. You're ahead on cards. Swings with a Celestial Knight. Oh, Waves attacks the Knight with the Rune Dweller. Okay, interesting. Huh. Wow. All right, the guard is broken. Boy, that Fox looks really good right now, doesn't it? The long game certainly favors Waves here. Both the Holy Relics, Polarity Mage, cycling. It could be a big deal. I think you gotta let this go, which is fine. Whoa. Wave steps in front. He wants that Fleet Mage Rune Dweller attack. Hmm, there's the biter. BrianB's playstyle is so special. He is able to leverage his battlefield into waves spending more dice. Now, the difference isn't huge right now. And he does have a, well, I think you still gotta call it a superior board. I really think you do. What book is he not playing with? Wait, he meditated the biter off the spell board? Oh, okay. That's, I want to see a better book here then. It's gonna have to be spectacularly better. Here comes the cricket. Slash, slash. Yeah, great. Let him spend his resources. Nom 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 nom. Gotta like that. Do you? I think I actually would have rather seen this. Yeah, you're in a tough call. No, Waves did the right thing there. I don't think you can get around it. Just letting him get slashed to pieces there. So the Fox Spirit is kind of in the same boat, but it's you're getting better dice out of it than the Shadow Spirit because you can spin up for it. And now Cricket's going to be able to swing at the Lioness. Wow. Beast Tamer is a beast in this format. Now he can get him back. He's definitely valuing the Ruby Cobra over the Beast Tamer this round. Huh. Hmm. He's running low on ammunition here. Here comes the block from the Cricket. I mean, since you knew you were going to do that anyway, I really feel like you should have just used the slash. I know that loads him up one card, but you get a card too. And if he needs to spend all that ammunition on slashing your biter or your lioness, that's fine. Because he was going to get your lioness because you're going to be able to attack into his, knock his knight off. But then you still got this huge dude, which is a problem for sure. Hmm. Not a single ally yet that we've seen from Waves deck, so that's a problem for sure. These dice are just ending up so they're just not adding up for either one of them right now. I don't. I mean, we don't know what's in Waves' hands, but for BrianB, even if he snaps something back to his hand, he can't play it. All right, we there we go. Gets him back. Gives him back the Summon Squall book. And what did he get? Yeah, knock off the knight until we see what type particle shield play. No, okay. That would have been the place to do it if he had it. All right, we've got this huge flock shepherd though. There's no reason they're not going to swing to face right now for 4. In the slash. And I think they both needed to start slashing earlier. BrianB, always a gentleman. Uh, Saying good job on taking down the Celestial Knight. I mean, we can pretty easily just see it back next turn. Alright, getting rid of the canyon shelter. Totally reasonable. There's the slash. Ah, okay, okay. Turtle guard over biter. Yep, fine. It's pretty good. No, that turtle's so good. You're just gonna take the three. Just take the three. Take the three. Slash that guy. Take the three. Yeah, that would have been nice to see both the biter, had the biter still out there. Having turtle guard and biter both on your board though makes sense. I'd like to see the beginning dice to see why with biter over turtle. Why are we not slashing the shadow spirit? Hmm. There's the slash from him. Swing for 5. Boy, ouchie. Okay. All right. That was a big swing. No cards. Waves has got the board, but can he do a main action? The compliment. Playing the turtle. Shepard's gonna make it this round using the ceremony die. Yep, got it played out pretty well for BrianB there. Oof. All right. Let's see what we can. Let's see if Waves can dig in here. Waves gets to go first, so it's big. Get that turtle out there. You bet you do. Hmm. Cricket doing more work than I thought it would do. I just assumed both the cricket and the shadow spirit would get slashed as soon as they hit the board. So Waves is up on cards right now. Yep, there we go. We're gonna see the Celestial Knight again, which honestly is again isn't that big of a deal. It's definitely amplified just because there's another big guy out there, and the only reason they're big is because they've got the holy relics. Passes on the ice golem for someone who doesn't have the nature dice. Always a joy. And it's like the Scald who is absolutely busted. Well, for one sympathy, that's not going to work for you. Deep Freeze is a good card. You're definitely not going to first 5 it though, so that one just got netted off. Alright, let's get the Lioness into play. We are seeing BrianB be more aggressive with his slashes already this round. In the background, you might be able to hear Murphy creeping around. You want to say hi? Say hi. They're playing Ashes Reborn. This is the this is the championship game happening right now. Discards the Holy Knight. He could have had the dice to play that, but you'd rather get the Celestial Knight out there. Do you? Whoa. Oh, that's interesting. All right, Celestial Knight comes in for the swing, attacks the turtle directly. Yep. Brian hasn't used any of his books yet, but has slashed through or slashed twice. Here comes the slash is back. Here comes the shepherd into the lioness, which you just have to take. You got him. All right, so now Cole, BrianB is Cole. Let's see now. Very interesting. Mills off a weeping spirit. Oh no! Let's the flute mage die. Okay. Oh, how nice is that? Play the fox spirit. Bump up this to be able to play the rune dweller. Hopefully he's got something in hand. He's got a frog up. It's good. Yeah. Hey, he had an abundance too. That would have been fun to see. But he's got slashed Ruby Cobra. So he's really just got Ruby Cobra coming into play unless he's got something in his hand. Alright, now that he's got a couple allies. Worthless. Ah, that is painful. Getting scald in there. Alright, mass heal. No loss there. He goes for the meds instead of the fox. I think, which is all right. He is really valuing this slash fodder, isn't he? So the oh boy, like unless he's got something in his hand, what are we looking for? We're looking for the best thing you could have here would be a hunt master, but there's no way he would have met it up the second frog for it. All right, cricket. I assume we're just gonna look at a ping attack maybe. Okay. Slash is into it. Okay, so then this makes me think if he's going for the slash instead of the frog ping, uh, either either of the two allies that cost two nature, maybe. Yeah, but he wouldn't need to go from the leaf to the frog for the med, so that's probably not it. I don't know. I don't know. Well, all we can do is just kind of hang out and Just make our guesses since we can't see it. Waves gets back the Dread Wraith. Thank goodness. Can't wait to get that guy back in hand. All right, we're just swinging at the inevitably going to be blocked attack on the Celestial Knight. We are going to see, I expect we're going to see, go ahead into Beast Tamer. Oh, that's nice. It is the season for giving gifts, and Waves got BrianB an Ice Golem book, summon book. So nice. Dread Race for Ice Golems. Anyone out there wants to make a good jank deck? I just gave you the title for it. It has to contain both Dread Wraith and Ice Golem. Good luck. Oh, boom. Even better. Holy cats. Blood Archer. Oh, no. The patience on BrianB is insane. We've seen him do this before in constructed matches. His patience with his cards, wait till the last round or second to last turn to be able to turn a game, is becoming legendary, and he's just adding to his legend right now. Tremendous game. Call-offs are always a joy to watch. Great game by both people. Nice set of books here. But boy, these allies waves, from what we saw of the deck, um, had what the only playable he had was the Flute Mage. So that's rough. That's really rough. But he had some good books. The Celestial Knight being played twice, pulling into the Blood Archer. Uh, Ruby Cobra, exceptional. However, the game didn't go to milling, so it didn't really matter. These were really just set up for slashing, right? Uh, the Holy Relics was a huge card in this, and then the Polarity Mage still had some gas to go grab it and play it again. So, well, it's fantastic. It was such a great game. And it's one of the game, you too. That's awesome. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Congratulations to both competitors, Waves and BrianB, for making it to the championship. And BrianB is your new Slashfest 2022 champion. Congrats. See you guys.